Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is the Top Delinquent, Chapter 37, and this one is titled, Call Me Tenya. You're such a pompous teacup, come on, you urged, taking the lead a little and pulling him along behind you as you headed for the ice cream shop that you'd seen that morning on your way to school. You pushed the door open and smiled as the little bell above the door tinkled, announcing your arrival in the cutest way possible. Mesmerised by the colours of each delicious creamy dessert behind the glass, you let go of Iida and ran forwards and then bounced along the display, from one side to the other, reading all the little signs to decide which flavour you wanted. Iida remained at the door, his eyes following your movements, while a little amused smile played on his lips. "So what are you having?" you asked him over your shoulder, a little tingle going through you when you saw how he was watching you. "I am unfamiliar with standard ice cream flavours," Iida stated. "Can you stop speaking in reach? Just pick a flavour, they're all good." He stepped up to the glass and looked down, reading the labels. "I am afraid I don't know what very berry delicious tastes like," he commented softly. "Ask for a sample," you replied with a shrug. "A sample?" "Yeah, they let you try a little bit to see if you like it. It's free." "Free?" "Yes, you don't need to pay for a little bit." "I'm afraid that is a terrible way to conduct business," Iida said, adjusting his glasses with his unslung hand. "Dude," you deadpan, "just try up... Okay, you know what?" you said, turning to the guy behind the counter. "I'm going to take the wheel on this one. Can you please give this giant ball of ignorance a sample of each of the ice creams so that his slow ass can make a decision?" The guy nodded and grabbed a small sample spoon and then dipped it into the very berry delicious ice cream and then handed it over the counter to Iida. "That's the berry one," you said to Iida as he placed the spoon in his mouth. You waited with bated breath for him to finish and then cocked your head to the side in silent question to him. "It has a robust flavour." "Iida, this isn't a wine tasting," you laughed. "Do you like it or not?" "May I try some of the others for the sake of comparison?" Iida asked the ice cream attendant. "Yeah, sure. Which one next? Love potion?" the guy asked, pointing to the vat next to the very, very delicious one. You smirked and gave Iida the side eye. He blushed. "They have a flavour called Love Potion?" "Yeah, they got everything here." "I will try Love Potion then," Iida said as he politely bowed to the ice cream attendant. "Please, if I may." The assistant nodded and got a small sample for Iida and then handed it to him. 30 minutes later. "Iida, did you really need to get that many?" "I was unable to decide." "You literally have like 10 flavours." "They are all most delicious. I am surprised I have never come across these before. My father always imports the finest Mövenpick from Switzerland," Iida said as he took a scoop from the rock salt caramel cup. "Yeah, I'll just stick with mine," he replied as he took a big lick out of the side of your ice cream cone. "Yin?" Iida asked softly, dropping his head and staring at the cup of ice cream in his lap. You hummed, still licking your ice cream and completely unaware of the change in Iida's mood. "Would you call me Tenya?" he asked softly. You stopped and looked at him, not quite knowing what to say in return. Okay, you replied, resuming your licking, then stopping again. "Which flavour is your favourite, Tenya?" He blushed and adjusted his glasses, and then took a mouthful of the pink swirled ice cream sitting beside him. "Love Potion," he replied tenderly, making you blush in return. "Okay, good. Better than orange juice, hey?" "Now, I would not go that far," Iida said defensively. You snorted with laughter. "You're such a dork." You nudged his good arm with yours and kept eating. He smiled gently and then continued to eat his plethora of ice cream flavours. "Would you like to freshen up before supper?" Iida asked you as you both arrived at his place after your ice cream binge. "Ugh, I'm still full from ice cream, but I guess I can get more food down," you said, following him into the house. "Welcome home, master and mistress," the maids greeted politely with a bow, standing in a line from the front door to the stairs. "Hey," you greeted. "Thank you for your warm welcome," Iida greeted politely back, bowing slightly to each of them as you both passed. Yeah, that too," you added sheepishly. "Man, I'm honestly not cut out for the rich life, hey?" You watched as Iida continued along the line and then started up the stairs, and you quickly ran to catch up and then headed up behind him. "It's not that I don't like living here, it's just I need my own place." Iida glanced back at you and noted the almost sad look on your face. "Yin?" he asked softly once he'd gotten to the top of the stairs. Is everything alright? Yeah, I guess. I'll talk to you later, okay? I'm just trying to figure something out. We could take a walk in the garden this eve, as the sun sets over the high wall, he offered. Just saying let's go outside after dinner would have been fine, but okay, Mr. Romantic, he replied with a small smile. He nodded. Go and refresh yourself, and we will have supper and then talk. Sounds good, Robocop, you teased, peeling off towards your room. See you soon. He gave you another small smile and nodded, heading to his own room to change and shower before dinner. After having a bath and changing into Iida's oversized clothes, you walked to the top of the stairs to wait for him. You didn't want to randomly rock up in the dining room alone and risk having to talk to the pompous windbags that were probably standing there waiting for you with their obnoxious questions. As you waited, you heard Iida's door close and look over at him, your heart skipping in your chest at him in plain clothing with his bare muscular arm showing, with one still partially covered with the sling. I was waiting for you because, yeah, you mumbled as he got closer. I am glad you waited, he replied, extending his hand to you so he could hold yours as you walked down the stairs together to the dining room. And there ends chapter 37. Stay tuned for chapter 38 coming tomorrow.